Good morning and welcome everyone to the weekly media conference with UTSA head coach Derek Pittman, joined today by redshirt freshman midfielder Leah Verala. It's a big week for the Roadrunners, who are coming off the first road conference opening victory since 2010 after battling back to capture 3 conference points on the road at Florida Atlantic. At 5-2-2, that starts the Roadrunners at second in the American after week 1 and sets up a big long-time rivalry matchup against North Texas on Thursday. In that game, the Roadrunners are making a huge push to break the all-time single-game attendance record at Park West against the Mean Green, looking to go past the 1397 count that the UTSA got in 2023. Coach, can you get us started recapping the win in Boca Raton and preview your thoughts on what lies ahead this week for the Roadrunners?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you guys being on and having a chance to take the time to talk about our team and our program, and really proud of where our players are at right now. Definitely a difficult place to go in regards to Boca Raton. Florida Atlantic does a fantastic job. Patrick Baker and his staff are always really prepared, and they've had a tough non-conference schedule that prepared them for the opening up of league play. They're a very good team. We knew we were going to be up against it, and a team that wanted to possess, wanted to play around, be able to make us chase as much as possible. We knew the physical battle of the game was going to be important. We knew that set pieces was going to be important, and those transitional opportunities, and really all three really proved to be critical moments. And fortunately for us, we came out on top in several of those scenarios and areas of the game. And we knew it was going to be a little bit difficult. There was a lot of rain in the area prior to the game. We weren't even sure we were going to be able to kick off on time. But fortunately, the clouds opened up, and we were able to get the game in as the scheduled time before the lightning came in, actually right after the game was over. So we were fortunate enough to be able to get that in. I was proud of our players just playing through the conditions, playing through the uncertainty in those types of situations. We had a great week of training and was able to go out there and obviously get 3 points on the road. It was great to start the game off early. Leah delivered a fantastic set piece in that BB was able to get her head on, and then ultimately Zoe put across the line and put us in front. And then from there, I thought the game kind of settled down, went a bit even from there on out through halftime. At halftime, we knew that they were going to, change a little bit of what they were doing. Florida Atlantic was going to be a little more aggressive. I thought we did a good job for the most part absorbing some of that pressure, absorbing some of that intensity that they brought. And we just needed to be a little bit better on the counterattack. Obviously, they ended up getting the equalizing goal on a great cross and finish. But our players stayed calm. They stayed patient. They stuck to the game plan. Ended up earning another set-piece opportunity that Brooke Vickers delivered in that Zoe May was able to get on the end of and ultimately get it to Leah Durden for the finish. So to be able to do that and then be up 2-1 with roughly 8 minutes to go in the game and kind of see the game out and get the 3 points on the road were massive moments for our program, for our team, our confidence, and our belief in what we're doing. So excited about coming back home with a big road win, and then getting ourselves some momentum as we prepare for North Texas coming up on Thursday. We're super excited to play North Texas. We always are up for that game. They're up for that game. It's always a good competition between the two programs, and to be able to have that here in our own house at Park West with an aim of breaking the attendance record and getting as many people out there as possible is super exciting for our players, and we're excited to be able to put on a show for them.
As always, raise your hands in the chat for any questions for Coach and Leah. Since Sean is eager to jump in, I'm confident that he's got a great one lined up to go ahead and get us started.
Coach, you played a tough non-conference schedule, and you knew that it would prepare you for this moment, but maybe you didn't get some of the wins that you hoped to get. How kind of affirming was this for you in your discussions with your team? Like, hey, what we did in the non-conference, that's why we were ready for this moment on Thursday.
Well, I've said it from the very beginning, to be honest, Sean, even since the Houston game, even back to the Texas game in preseason. I've got a tough, really tough group of young women that are highly competitive. They're high character kids that are going out and executing to their absolute best ability. I never question the effort and the attitude and the mentality of our players. I know they're going to go out and give us everything they've got. They're going to, execute as best at their possible abilities. Yeah, we've had maybe a few results, maybe not quite go our way, but honestly, out of the non-conference, we continue to just build on that toughness, build on that mentality. And, it was extremely beneficial to be able to have that type of attitude and mindset going into the game at FAU. It's always difficult in this league. Every game is a battle. Every game is tight. You saw that across all, games from last weekend to open up. And we know that, this Thursday is going to be no different. It's going to take everything we've got and then some. But I've always said it from the very get-go. Our players are extremely committed. They're extremely tough and competitive. And, those types of characteristics are going to show through in those tight matches and those tight games. And, it was great to be able to get that result in Florida.
And Leah, what has this season been like for you with UTSA really come in and played a major role right from the start?
It's been fun, to be honest. And I think as a group, as a whole, just all collectively, we work really well together. At the beginning of the season, I know a lot of people saw us as a super young group, a lot of freshmen, a lot of transfers, but really not a lot of seniority on the team, like a lot of other teams in the American have. But I think just our ability to come in and really put our foot down and grind every single day. This team has been great because we're not content with where we're at yet. We've been getting results and we've been competing against super great teams, but each and every day you see it in practice, like everyone wants to put their best foot forward. Everyone wants to get better. So I love, in general, just being in that type of environment where we're constantly striving for more. And I think every day the standard is just a championship. And how can we all make each other better to go that far and to really represent UTSA in the best way?
Terrence, you have any questions for Coach today? Or Leah? May still be muted.
You got into a routine where you play Thursday, Sunday. You hit this Sunday off. Is it a good thing? Not terms as far as bumps and bruises, and kind of get them to kind of take a deep breath and kind of get ready to focus for the home opener and everything like that?
I don't know. You might have to ask Leah whether it was a good thing. We got back to work, and yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it is nice not to have to prepare for another opponent immediately, on a Sunday. It more than anything, it gave us the opportunity to focus on ourselves. It gave us an opportunity to get in some extra work that we needed to from a fitness standpoint, which is, what we needed. When you're playing back to games the way that we have been over the last several weeks, you get into a little bit of a routine to where you're trying to teach, but you're also still in that recovery stage. And for us, traveling back on Friday, we got plenty of rest on Thursday night after the game. We got good rest on Friday night. And we got back to work immediately Saturday morning. They put in some time and effort to put in some fitness. And then last night we had a great training session under the lights, being able to give the players as much recovery as possible, but really focusing on us. What do we need to continue to improve on? What do we need to continue to, implement into our game plan? Even moving some different players around in some different positions and trying some different scenarios. Are we up a goal? Are we down a goal? All of these different things that we want to make sure that we're preparing as much as we can, because these scenarios are going to come up as these conference games, start coming really fast here. So it's nice to just train and play, the way that we want to, continue perfecting the way that we want to play, and make the necessary improvements so we can score more goals and ultimately stop more goals from going in at the other end. So proud of our players, how they went about their business over the last 48 hours with a recovery day today, and then we start to implement things Tuesday and Wednesday as we get prepared for North Texas on Thursday night.
Leah, offensively, y'all scored multiple goals in back-to-back games. What's kind of been the difference the last two games, to where maybe earlier you were just maybe that one touch from doing so to now where you're doing it?
Oh yeah, I think really the last couple of weeks we've just put an emphasis on the attacking piece of our game. We know like we come out and we show ourselves well of the defensive side, and we're a really good pressing team. And I think like when teams scout us, they know that we're going to do a really good job of putting you under pressure and making you feel our presence. Of course, we've continuously worked on that, but I think the last couple of weeks, the attacking side, just really that mentality of like, let's go get it, let's go after it. We wanted to be the team that puts the goals on the board first, and really like put you under pressure, not only literally and physically, but also the mental side of just being up before any other team is. So, but it's been fun and kind of like, no matter what age you're at, like scoring's fun, and we love to work for each other, and so when those goals go in, it's a full team effort, and everyone knows that. So, but yeah, I think just continuously doing that in that side of our game and just keeping them locked down in their half.
Sean, go ahead.
All right, Coach, this is your opportunity to pitch the city of San Antonio on why they should be there Thursday night.
Well, I appreciate that, Sean. Honestly, Thursday night's going to be absolutely electric. It's our Run as One game. All the student athletes and coaches are getting behind our team and our program. We've had a great start to the season. We play an attractive style of soccer that is going to keep you on the edge of their seat. We're going to be creating an environment for the student section, the bird cage, getting out there and being as loud and obnoxious as possible. Bring your air horns, bring your noisemakers, whatever you want to do. Come out and be ready to be as loud as possible. We know the band's going to be out there. It's going to be a tremendous environment. We have Classics Elite local soccer club that's coming out as well. I know April and Sierra has some promotions going on to be able to shoot some T-shirts with maybe a little bit of money in there somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. So not only are you going to be able to come watch a great soccer game in a great environment on a great night, the weather's going to be tremendous. It's going to be against a top opponent. You're also going to be able to maybe win a little bit of money. So, there's a lot of benefits to being able to show up at Park West. But, we're super excited, and we're grateful for how well the fans have shown up for us up to this point. We want to break records. We want to continue to put more butts in the seats, and I promise you, you're going to be entertained. It's going to be an exciting night with both, the soccer side of things as well as the fan experience. So I hope everybody will come out from the 210, get behind us. Again, what's good for San Antonio is good for UTSA and vice versa. So we hope that everybody will come out and support the team and the players and cheer us on to a victory Thursday night.
Leah, since Coach Pittman's been here, staff and everybody involved has really created an incredible environment at Park West, leading the American in attendance the last 2 years. As a player, what's it like for you to play in front of those really exciting crowds?
It's super surreal, I'd have to say. I think especially just walking out of the locker room right before the game and looking up and seeing all the fans, it just brings that family atmosphere to Park West. And I think when you walk out and you see all those people, it's just like, not only is it us and our circle as a team, but everybody comes in and is a part of that circle. So when San Antonio comes and supports, it makes us feel more uplifted. And honestly, like before we got the game, we see all of y'all, and the loud atmosphere, it just really pushes us to want to go and get it more. And it just makes it fun, to be honest. Women's soccer in general, it's just fun to watch. And I think our team and our style of play, how physical we are, how blue collar and hardworking we are. I think a lot of people love that, especially when you come out and watch the game. So you're coming out and supporting, but you're also getting a good show. So I think that's just the best part. But just seeing everyone in general, it just feels surreal, but also like a full family.
Now, Coach, with fans may take a look at the degrees of separation, but sport is always, every day is a new day. The UIW, who the Roadrunners topped in the hometown showdown, went up to Denton and went 2-1 over North Texas in the opener. How much of a difference in what you scouted on North Texas? I know it's always going to be a tight match with the Mean Green, but how much have you seen their game change over the past few weeks?
Yeah, they just keep getting better. I mean, I know Coach Hedlund really well. The guy's won over 400 games there for a reason. He always has his teams up for the game. He's going to be prepared. His players are going to come out and compete. So they just continue to get better each and every time they step out there. I mean, even yeah, they may have lost that game against Incarnate Word, but I think they still outshot them like, I don't know, something, 30-7. Incarnate Word just got their goals to go in, and North Texas early in the season didn't. They've got some really dangerous players. Mia Bernard, Claire Niedermeyer, Rachel Roebuck, Summer Brown. You can go on down the list. They've got talented individuals on their roster, just like anybody else in the American, that if you give them time and space, if you give them the opportunities to punish you, they will. And, their defense is continuing to get stronger as the season's gone on. I know they gave up some goals early on, maybe that they normally wouldn't have. But, they're going to be up for this game. They didn't play a conference game last weekend. They had 2 non-conference games. So this is going to be their conference opener, although it's our second. So it's going to be an intense match for sure. And, just aside from the rivalry, again, like I mentioned earlier, every single American athletic game is tight. It's competitive, and you got to take care of business at home. You got to be prepared to get the results at home whenever you can, and get points on the road when possible. So I know North Texas is going to come in here with a good game plan and make it as difficult as they can. But so you can't pay attention too much to what their early results were, but they've definitely continued to progress and move in the right direction with recent performances for sure.
Go ahead, Terrence.
Coach, obviously Thursday is going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the program, and you've been there near half of it. I guess how much is, besides the winning and titles and things, just to see the number of former players come back for alumni match and the games and investing in the program means just as much to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, that means more to me than anything. It was really cool at Florida Atlantic in Boca. We had 3 of our alums, Alex Granville, Marley Frey, Sabrina Hillier, all in the stands cheering our team on, showing up, making the drive. Although it was close to where Marley and Sab live now, Alex to drive 3 hours from Orlando to come down and then drive back home, to support our team and be there to cheer us on. And I know there's countless other examples of those same things. We talk about what success is, and it's not just about what we're aiming to achieve. Obviously, that's big. We want to win championships, like Leah mentioned earlier. We want to put ourselves in a place to win championships, but it's also about who we're becoming. Who these young ladies are, both when they get here, but also when they leave our program, and become unbelievable, leaders in their own right, whether businesses or their own industries, or even as moms and wives, etc. Like the things that these young women are able to go on and accomplish are phenomenal. And I'm just fortunate enough to be a small little piece of that. But that's how we define success, in the sense of who are we becoming, how are we making an impact on the world around us, and being a positive, light for those that we're fortunate enough to interact with. And I promise you, this is my 8th season here. The young women that I've been fortunate enough to coach and have around my family have made a bigger impact probably on my life and my family and my daughters, my wife, than maybe I have on theirs. And, that's being able to celebrate that over the, on Thursday night for our 20th season is super exciting. And we hope that as many alums that are here in town will show up and cheer this team on and realize that we are performing. We talk about all the time. We are standing on the shoulders of the players that came before us, because we wouldn't have what we have if they hadn't come and taken a chance on this program before it was something, as special as it is now. And they are a big part of that. They are fabric of this program, a fabric of the history. And so it's going to be exciting to, be able to celebrate that in front of so many fans on Thursday night.
As far as Leah, you transferred in from Mississippi State. How much did that play in your decision to come here, as far as seeing the family atmosphere, but also the on-field stuff also?
It was a huge part for me. I think in the recruiting process, especially my second go around in the transfer portal, that family atmosphere, but also just a group that's hardworking and works for each other every single day was super important to be a part of. And the second I came to UTSA on my visit, you just felt that, and you just feel it in the atmosphere. And I think for me, not only it was great and all being on a team that is super good. I guess you could say the SEC and continues to go and make these tournaments. But I think for me, just coming onto a group that still, it's just a hardworking environment. And we work for each other on and off the field. We're super close off the field as well. It's nothing that's forced, or it's nothing that is negative at all. And I think my whole experience here has been super positive. I love San Antonio. I was born here originally, so it's funny to see I came back here, found my way back, so that's been super fun. But just being on this team, being on this group has just been a blessing, truly. And just everyone that makes the team, the trainers, the student staff, our coaches, of course, but also the players. It just all comes together as one, and just being on a team like this has truly been amazing.
If nothing else from the media, want to thank Leah for joining us today, and thank you, Coach, as always. Looking forward to having everybody out at Park West on Thursday for a big night for the Roadrunners and a great rivalry game. Thank you much, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate it, guys. Birds up.
Thank you.